New York Muslim kidnaps girl, calls horrified father to reveal what he did with her. After a New York man kidnapped a 13-year-old girl, her distraught father desperately sought the FBI for help. However, the father's nightmare quickly erupted once he received a phone call from the kidnapper, who happily explained to him what he had just done to his precious daughter. As the violence and oppression commanded in the Quran continue to rise in the West, the left is scrambling to explain away this religious behavior with any other excuse they can fathom. Unfortunately, their push for multiculturalism has introduced the West to the most inhumane aspects of Islam and Sharia law that used to only plague Muslim countries. Just days ago, local and alternative news outlets broke the report that a Muslim U.S. citizen had kidnapped his 13-year-old niece and was refusing to give her back unless her father, who lives in the U.S. on a work visa, paid a hefty ransom. The mainstream media was eerily silent, once again proving their pro-Islamic agenda and willingness to censor. Now, the FBI have uncovered even more horrific details regarding the case that should have full coverage on every major television news outlet in America right now. On April 4, 2015, a man walked into the Buffalo FBI unit's office and pleaded with agents to save his child, who was being held hostage in Yemen. The unnamed father explained that his brother, 43-year-old U.S. citizen Yusuf Goba, had taken her while she was with her mother in Yemen and refused to give her back unless he paid $12,000. Sadly, the dad soon realized that it wouldn't have mattered if he could raise the money, as Goba revealed in the next phone call that he had already sold a 13-year-old girl as a bride to a much older Muslim man. The Buffalo News reports that Goba married off the underage girl to his brother-in-law in the Yemeni village and that the location was too dangerous for her father to rescue her. Goba has married the victim child off to his brother-in-law, the FBI said in court papers detailing his alleged scheme, and the victim child and her husband are residing in the village of Kos, a very small village in Yemen. The FBI has confirmed that Goba is a brother of Yahya Goba, a member of the Lackawanna 6 group which trained with al-Qaeda months before the September 11 terror attacks. Yahya pleaded guilty to terrorism charges in 2002 and is living in New York after serving a prison sentence. At first, Goba demanded $3,000, the FBI said. Goba, however, ultimately demanded that the victim father pay him $12,000. Goba sent a text message to the victim father telling him that everyone wants to marry the victim child and that these individuals offered to pay Goba for the marriage, according to court papers, which do not identify the girl and her family. Goba eventually found an imam to perform the Islamic wedding and told the father that he would forge his signature on the marriage certificate. He told the devastated dad that he had easily found a man willing to pay any amount he requested for the child. Goba was arrested earlier this month and was charged with extortion. If found guilty, Goba faces up to 20 years in federal prison, according to WIB. His child victim, however, may never be saved from her marriage or war-torn Yemen. While child marriage occurs in many diverse cultures, only Islam condones and commands it. In fact, the 50-year-old Islamic prophet Muhammad modeled it by taking the 6-year-old daughter of his best friend, Abu Bakr, as his bride. Sadly, 6-year-old Aisha became so ill after her engagement to Muhammad that she lost her hair and nearly died. After she was well at age 9, the prophet consummated their marriage by raping the prepubescent child. In no passage does it state that Aisha was any older than 10 when she was forced to have sex with Muhammad. In her own words, she even describes being fondled and bathed by the pedophile prophet purely for his pleasure. Like countless other inhumanities, child marriage is a product of Islam that is undeniably justified by the Quran and legalized by Sharia law. Anyone who says that it is un-Islamic for a man to marry a prepubescent child is also accusing Islam's perfect man, founder, and only earthly authority of being un-Islamic. It simply cannot be removed from Islam as the founder established it in both his teaching and personal life. Please share the story and tell us what you think by clicking one of the buttons below. We want to hear your voice.